Pahlavi text translated by E.W. West, Part 3. Saddar, Chapter 3, Clarendon, Oxford University Press, 1885. Chapter 3. 1. The third subject is this, that it is necessary for man that he be continuously employed, masghul, on his own work, and then the work becomes his own. That's the central message to the Bhagavad Gita and the Vaishnava movement, right? Is that a person needs to do their own work, whatever their own duty in society is. 2. For it is declared in Revelation that everyone who hereafter becomes employed on his own work, if in the midst of that work any trouble and discomfort happen to him, obtains in that other world 12 recompenses for every single instance. LA omits recompenses, so it would be 12 times the difficulty is your reward. B29 has hereafter, may be, instead of hereafter becomes employed. 3. If he becomes employed on iniquity, facade, and in the midst of that work any trouble and harm happen to him, he so obtains in that other world only torment, hukubat, and punishment. LP and B29 omit so. So if you die or go through hardship as your process of sin, don't expect it to stop you along the way. And a lot of people take issue nowadays when somebody is a victim of something and the police prosecute them for one of the crimes that they've committed. And it's like, they're not being punished for being a victim, they're being punished for the other stuff. 4. Similarly, Mathalam, if any one be himself going, employed on his own work, and a robber falls upon him on the road and carries off his property, Tomas, or he be slain, they give him back in that other world 4 things for each one of whatever they have carried off. Or he be slain, LP, B29, J15 have, or they shall slay him anywhere. For each one, LP, B29 omit the rest of the sentence, so not the of whatever they have carried off. So if it's actually your work rather than the violation, then there's a 4 times reward. Or you could say maybe that should be the punishment for theft, is 4 times the actual physical amount of what is stolen. 5. If he be slain, he becomes righteous. Any sin that he has committed goes clean away from him, and they convey him to heaven. 6. But Amma, if he becomes faulty, Batil, in any duty, and a robber falls upon him on the road and carries off his wealth, Mal, or he be slain when he descends to that other world, all the property that the other carried off from him becomes just as though it were his who has carried it off from that person. And besides, there occur as a substitute hifaz for that property, the punishment and torment they give him. 7. And if he be slain, it is just as though he who has carried it off from that person were one who had innocently slain that person, who arrives in hell as retribution. Mukafat, for sin. And the substitute hivaz kind of reminds you of hafiz and stuff like that, right? But it has that curved thing and it kind of twists and it has a dot below, so I think it's supposed to be a literal and all that. But that person mentioned in that verse is the person robbed loses all claims to his property on account of his neglect to duty. Because it wasn't his property in the first place. So if somebody takes something and then something's taken from them as part of the process, descending to the other world, that is to hell, falls upon him on the road. LP and B29 omit on the road.